Just talk a little bit. Let me hear your voices.
Yep,
Hearing your voices. Hello, here we are. Hello, hello, testing.
Okay. Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Joedebest sound is low. Yes, yes, yes. It's still low. Yes. Hallelujah. How you doing? Still low. Still low. Still low. Well, okay. I'm gonna put it full now. Okay. Now there we go.
Arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
The arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
We're live, huh? I'm going in 1 2 3.
Boom.
Hi, everybody.
Wrestling fans.
Yay! Wrestling fans! Wrestling fans!
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? What's up? We are live. I have the rules with my people right here. Of course, Wrestling Gap. They are on this side. I don't know this side. No, no.
We're around.
We're around. We're somewhere. Down, up, around.
Yeah. Welcome everybody, man. So as usual, you already know Wrestling Gap. Always, of course, we're gonna be going with. Is it Davin? Davin? Jeez.
Who? What?
No.
What's going on?
I think he's trying to take your name.
No. I'm just trying to remember how to pronounce the
Oh,
name.
honey,
I don't like.
it's okay. It's
you know.
Delitha.
Delitha. There we go. Delitha, as usual. She's always hosting and taking us through on all the predictions, and as usual.
All right, I'm ready. Okay, everybody out there in the wrestling world. Hopefully we got some people watching this morning. We're doing our predictions for Extreme Rules pay-per-view for WWE that's happening this Sunday, tomorrow, September 26th, at in our area, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. So we're just going to do some predictions. I did write down the matches. There aren't really a lot of Extreme Rules matches. There's one that's going to have Extreme Rules, and that's it. And we'll probably get to that one as the last because, you know, it's that guy. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is Liv Morgan versus Carmella. All right, Joe. Joe, what do you think about this one?
Wait a second. Guys, I don't know. I don't think I'm live.
Okay.
I don't know what is happening.
Is your stuff not coming over?
Oh my goodness. Just a moment. Just a moment. I don't think I was live.
Oh, Joe's not live.
How come?
Does he have our picture?
No.
Ours is not.
I think I forgot to do something, huh? I forgot to put it out. My bad. Jesus, man. I'm thinking I'm live.
Well, you're live on our channel.
Joe's like, I'm so excited! And, oh, shit.
Oh. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Oh, my
God
goodness.
damn it.
Why? Come on. This ain't fair. It'll be quick. Just a moment. It's gonna be quick.
You're fine. Are we still on ours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hey, everybody out there in the chat. I'll just add a few people that are in the chat with us right now. It looks like we have Christopher Hernandez out there. We also have Falcon with us today. We have Roto out there, Eric the Yeti. Hello, and Seth freaking Rollins.
So
Boy.
I'm Eric the Yeti.
I know who you are, but I didn't know you wanted everybody else to know.
What's funny about being Eric the Yeti is that you want to know how I came up with the name Eric the Yeti?
Totally.
There is a cook somewhere on the TV shows, and that's what I heard his name as, Eric the Yeti, but it's something like Dave Rigetti, or he's like a famous
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri, that's right.
And I'm like, it's Eric the Yeti? I was like, that's a cool name. And it's like, no, his name's Guy Fieri. And I'm like, oh, well, Eric the Yeti sounds way cooler. So I made my profile Eric the Yeti. But that's where that comes from. So Eric the Yeti is actually Guy Spaghetti.
Guy Spaghetti. Guy Fieri.
Guy Fieri. And he does not look like a Yeti, but it sounded like Eric the Yeti.
Rioto's talking about the rooster in the background. He wants to make an appearance and wants to talk over Travis, which is true.
He does. He's a very, very belligerent rooster. There's actually 2 of them back there.
Yeah.
And they compete for cocking order, I guess.
Like, even in the middle of the night. Stupid.
It's pretty funny. The sun will be going down and you'll hear...
Sophie is in the chat too, saying hi, and Robbie's out there this after, or well, it'd be evening for him too. This evening, He's glad he's not paying for that Extreme Fools pay-per-view or Extreme Rules as we know it. But, you know, Greg John is with us. Hey there, how's it going this morning?
Was he the one telling us about the IPTV or whatever?
Robbie was.
Oh.
Seth freaking around was like Extreme Fools pay-per-view. I'm dead. It's about that.
So Robbie is in here.
Robbie.
Yeah. So Robbie, which one do you use? Because it's not illegal, by the way. I looked it up. It's not illegal to have IPTV. It just stands for like internet.
Oh. So now you need to know which one he specifically uses.
Right. And then I can see if it is illegal or not.
Ryoto says they compete for y'all's attention. I'm sure those stupid roosters do. They're not our roosters. Robbie says, been watching footy all day, man. Yeah, are you going to be watching the boxing since it's in your area? You're going to be watching the boxing pay-per-view that's happening here in about 45 minutes?
IPTV is Internet Protocol Television. So it's like anything that's on the internet that's a TV is IPTV. So like even Netflix basically is IPTV.
Seth freaking Rollins is like, Joe, I'm coming over to you. Which, when Joe starts his live, I'm sure you can. Sophie says we got 6 matches tomorrow night unless they add a match or 2 at the last minute, like sometimes they do.
Right, we put a couple options in
The question is why they didn't add the Bobby Lashley.
That is a rumored that's a rumored match. So right now I have that down on our list. It's just a rumored match that might happen. So we'll do those at kind of at the end of everything. A couple of them actually that they kind of have when I was doing some search on making sure I got all of the matches correct. They had a couple that they were predicting might happen at the pay-per-view. So we'll go over those at the end because we don't know if they will or won't happen. But we'll give some predictions on them and have some fun. Did you get your live going there, Joe?
Okay. Almost done. I'm just loading up the stream.
Just making sure I'm not talking over you getting your live on.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. We started a little early. I got unicorn powers.
Yeah, is that how that works?
24%.
He's the angry unicorn.
He's very angry, and it's because he's fat. He eats because he's angry, and he's angry because he eats.
Probably my problem. I'm angry if I don't eat though, so what does that mean?
That's hangry.
The shitty part is I had to get up at 7 o'clock this morning to go to the grocery store so that I could get stuff to make for food tonight.
Right. Danny's like, do I need to bring a lunch? Because he's coming to watch it all.
So he can, but he doesn't need to because I still have that pork stuff that he can eat. So if he's going to come over early, I could feed him that. And then we'll have the other stuff later. But he doesn't need to. Did you tell him that? You can tell him.
Jason Tillison just texted me something too. I didn't do it.
Robbie says, you buy a 4K Amazon Fire Stick or a 4K Android box and any IPTV stream, load that on and use a VPN and you pay for the IPTV stream subscription yearly and you're all good. So is there a certain, so Travis said there was like certain brands, or I didn't look this up, so, of IPTV, like is there a certain one, like do you use a certain one that you stream with?
Right, so you can look those up. I was looking, there's like 15, 20 of them that are paid.
That are
services.
IPTVs.
Some of them are non-pay services, which are the illegal ones. We're not talking about doing that. But
I'm
there
talking
are
about the paying ones.
legitter ones, even though it sounds...
Legitter.
It does sound less legitter than other...
Less legitter.
Because it's still like, there's no way you can get every channel and every sport for $10 a month.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a little shady there, but...
Hey,
there's Joe! He's live.
WWE Extreme Rules 2021 prediction with my people. Wrestling.
Woo!
Take it over.
All right, Joe.
Hit the floor running.
So we'll say our spiel again now that Joe's peeps are live on his end. And if you were in our chat because you were waiting for Joe to go live, he's now live, so you should get your notifications.
Just go back and forth and keep watching commercials.
First of all, I wanna say hi to Falcon. Shout out to one more time, Christopher Hernandez, Seth freaking Rollins, Javen, Nedula. Who else is in the building right there? Promise. Yes, Kevin Barrett in the building. Yes, shout out one more time. Thank you so much, guys. Let's go.
No, you're fine. I totally understand. Let's see. Okay, so we are going to be talking, of course, about our predictions about Extreme Rules pay-per-view happening this Sunday with WWE. It's September 26, 2021, and that showing will start at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, so there are only 6 matches that are pretty much on the card, but we all know, right, that the cards can be changed. It's subject to change at any time. So we'll work on, if something happens, we'll try to get that in there. But we're going to go over the main 6 and then a couple that are rumored that we've been kind of came up when I was looking around for stuff. Okay, so the first match we're going to talk about is Liv Morgan versus Carmella. All right, Joe, who do you think is going to be the winner of this, and what do you think is going to happen?
Just a moment. I'm hearing people are saying that my mic has an issue.
Okay.
I don't know.
Getting feedback from me.
She loves hearing herself. So. Yeah, Joe, we're hearing ourselves talk through your stuff.
Just a moment. I'm hearing people are saying that my mic has an issue.
It's awesome.
I don't know. Okay, what was the question again?
No, you're fine.
No.
So it's the Liv Morgan versus Carmella match. Who do you think is going to win?
Okay. I'm gonna go with Liv Morgan because she's been defeating Carmella for Carmella. I don't like mentioning her name because I'm not a big fan of Carmella's anyway. But
you don't like the prettiest
Liv
woman in
Morgan,
wrestling.
she has to pick the victory because they could be making her be great in the women's division right now. The way that they're trying, of course, to build her up.
Okay. All right. Travis, who do you think? What do you think is going to happen with this?
I think we all win in this one.
Whether it's the most beautiful woman in WWE
You got the most beautiful
or...
woman in WWE going up against another smoke show, so we all win. No, just kidding. Liv Morgan's going to win this one.
You think she's going to pull it out and not cry in the corner?
The only way that Carmella wins is if she cheats. And I wouldn't put it past her.
Right?
There's no way. She's just not a blue chip athlete anymore.
So the question I
She's
have
a show pony.
is it going to be Liv Morgan wins and she finally ends this whole thing with Carmella and then she just moves on to Zelina Vega?
Zelina already beat her, so.
Right.
But yeah, I would have.
Yeah, Zelina won it.
Yes,
yeah,
just
last
last
night. But the thing of it is that going to cause some weird little feud thing that they're going to be like, oh, hey, now we'll just throw you against her for a while, and then you'll lose a whole bunch of times and go cry in the corner some more. Sorry.
Maybe she'll fight the Funkadactyl next.
Nailed
the old Funkadactyl coming out with her wings on last night. Who you got? Because I'm going with Liv.
I know. We both are.
Go against the grain.
You clown.
It's not a clown in this one. This one's a flip. Coin flip.
She hasn't lost that many times to Carmella. She did win a couple times against her. So I wouldn't think that
It's pretty even. That's why I said this one's a coin flip.
Yeah.
I just feel like that she has a bigger future than Carmella.
Right.
But maybe she loses this and then wins Queen of the Ring.
Maybe.
So I don't know. Be good
I don't
anyway.
know. I'll say Liv. All right, who you got? What are people saying in your chat over there?
I can see comments are coming through right there. Let me see what we got. Everybody oh my goodness. Yo guys, I'm sorry about my mic. You just have to deal with it for tonight. Please forgive me. I don't know what the problem is. I'm not quite sure. Please forgive me about that. Gregor, hello. Hey Gregor, how you doing? Thomas says feeling pretty of course rough. Oh, hey Thomas, welcome. Brownie Jones says he's going for Liv Morgan. Gregor Jones says Liv Morgan. Christophe Hernandez says Liv Morgan. Who else is here? Wow. Let's go. Thomas Ryder says he's gonna go, of course, with Liv Morgan. Falcon says Carmella? Falcon? Really? Jesus. Carmella? Of all the people? You gotta choose her? You're not serious in that. But anyway, I respect that. Shout out to Ryan Falcon. So yes, only one person goes with Carmella for the win. But
Right.
you know, the rest, they go
That's
for
the same
Liv.
in ours. We do have Christopher Hernandez in our chat too. He said Liv, and then Robbie says that Liv will win. But we know that Robbie's a big fan of Liv. He mentioned it last night how much he just loves her. Seth freaking Rollins version said, "LOL, who lied to Carmella? She is not the most beautiful woman in WWE. She is not beautiful." Then delete that. Carmella is bootiful, not beautiful. Well, nobody said her body wasn't nice.
Absolutely.
Her face might not be the prettiest, but her body is banging. So there's no lies in that one. All right. Okay. So I don't have anybody else in ours. You got anything more to say on that particular?
You guys can go back and forth. Make sure if you haven't, subscribe to Joedebest Wrestling TV.
Yes, do that.
Yeah, and also subscribe to Wrestling Gap. Very good friends of mine. Very good. They're part
All
of the
right,
family.
Joe. You got anything else to say about that one, or are we good with this match?
What am I gonna say about this? Liv Morgan is gonna be staying on Smackdown, so even on the draft. So I feel like Vince McMahon kind of sees something in Liv Morgan than in Carmella's gonna be going to join her husband. I don't know if husband yet or boyfriend, Corey Graves on Monday Night Raw. So she needs to get the hell out of SmackDown, and you know that would be awesome.
Okay. All right. So the next one I'm going to talk about is the United States Championship, and this is what you call it?
Three-way.
Yeah, a fatal three-way match between Damian Priest, the champion, versus Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy.
Triple threat.
A triple threat, there you go.
Fatal
It's not really an Extreme Rules match, but it is one that basically has no rules. Anyway, so Travis,
Ooh.
who do you think is going to...
You didn't tell me who was in it.
Damian Priest, I said that. Damian Priest, the champion, versus Sheamus versus Jeff Hardy. Why are you not listening?
Well, we can just eliminate Jeff Hardy.
Oh, poor Jeff.
Jeff Hardy is the
gonna win
one
the
that's probably going to
championship.
get pinned. And I'm going to go with Damian Priest. But Damian Priest is probably going to be the one that pins Jeff Hardy. I don't even know. Jeff Hardy being in that match is just big scapegoat.
Poor guy.
He has no shot at winning.
All right, Joe.
I want to hear the people in the chat say Jeff Hardy's going to win.
All right, Joe. What do you...
Hardy also. I'm gonna go with Jeff Hardy. I don't know why, but I feel there's been a lot of hype on Jeff Hardy right now because then Jeff Hardy wouldn't be where he is right now for being a triple threat match for the United States Championship title. So I'm seeing they might give a run to Jeff Hardy to win it, then possibly Jeff Hardy to lose it quickly.
Like a placeholder.
So, you know, I see Jeff Hardy winning. I don't know why, but I'm
Joe
going
is
Jeff.
putting it out there. All right. Well, I don't think that Sheamus will get it back. Damian Priest could possibly retain, and I guess there is a possibility that Jeff Hardy could win. But I'm gonna say for right now that they're just gonna keep it on Damian Priest, and maybe have like a feud start up with him and Jeff Hardy, so like Jeff Hardy does get a chance to win it, like one-on-one or something. Anyways, all right. In your chat, Joe, what are people saying?
Yeah, I can see comments are coming through right there. There's a comment coming through from Thomas. Thomas says he's going to go with Damian Priest. Orlando says, I'm here. Welcome, Orlando. Brandon Joseph says he's going to go for Damian Priest. Christopher says Damian is going to retain. Orlando Lee says Damian Priest. Falcon right there says Jeff Hardy. I'm going to switch. I'm changing my mind. I'm going for Damian Priest retaining.
The old switcheroony.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Because of Falcon. He's choosing differently. With me, I don't want that. Because I'm seeing something's going to happen bad. Jalen says Damian Priest for the win. Gregor Jones says Damian Priest. Then Dula says he's going to pick, of course, Jeff Hardy. Who else? Yeah. Ali right there. What, you're talking about Brock Lesnar? That's all I got to say. Peace out. Okay. Ali is just like Brock Lesnar. That's all I got to say.
Brock wins every
Peace
match.
out. Okay. Thank you.
He has all the belts at the end. No, I'm just kidding.
He's even got the women's title. He's just like, fuck it.
He puts a wig on and just comes out.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with
Okay.
Damien Priest.
Okay, I'll put that down. I'll
Mine.
cross out Jeff then, and I'll put Damien. Damien Priest. It's in stone now. You can't change it again.
Yeah.
I'm teasing.
You know, they're just some people, when they say the same thing that you say, something is just going to go wrong. So you just got to change it.
Joe and his superstitions.
Yes, I just had to.
You're funny.
I just had to change it.
Okay, so
He doesn't leave the house on Friday the 13th.
he's like, I'm very superstitious. Alright, so we've got Christopher Hernandez saying Damien Priest for the win. Sophie's also says Damien with the win and Hardy taking the pin, like kind of what Travis was saying. Doesn't seem like anybody else has said anything else. I don't see anybody new, so we'll move right along then. Let's talk about the Raw Women's Championship. This is Charlotte Flair, your champion, versus Alexa Bliss. All right, Joe.
This should main event the show.
It will, right.
Man, this one has to be the main event, but they
Yeah,
cannot put
that's
it.
why I didn't put it as the main event.
Everybody knows, from Wrestling Gab to Joedebest, they know that I'm gonna go with Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, she's gonna ruin, destroy, Leia completely.
I can't agree with you on that one. I just can't. Charlotte's already had the title twice.
Remember,
in the last,
first of
like, 3
all,
months.
Travis, Charlotte Flair is known for losing the title, getting it back again. They're pushing her for that kind of a run for more titles. The numbers. So trust me, she's gonna lose and she's gonna win it again.
That's tough. Like
in the future,
she needs a long, distinguished title run
to make it
to
worth her
solidify
while.
her career.
Yeah.
You can't just be the person that got 16 titles in freaking 8 years.
And the fact that you got those 16 titles and you held them for one day, or a couple weeks,
some of them were a couple hours,
a month.
but you gotta remember this: Alexa Bliss is undefeated, right? And they're still giving her the same gimmick. There's no way I'll see Vince destroying the gimmick that he did destroy with Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. She's gonna do it the same to Alexa. I don't think they will try and do that.
Yeah,
because this is the thing: Charlotte Flair is gonna get drafted to Smackdown, and she
you
has
think
to
Charlotte's gonna go to SmackDown?
Yeah, SmackDown already. Fox is complaining they need 3 million views every week, so they're gonna put all the.
Can you imagine what? Oh my! I don't even want to hear our fans. Every wrestling fan complains about Charlotte and Becky. Charlotte and Becky. Charlotte and Becky. Oh, that's all. We don't want to watch Charlotte and Becky. Charlotte. Now they're going to put them on the same show again.
Charlotte and Becky.
I mean, I wouldn't mind to see them at Survivor Series going up against each other or something, but oh, Lord. Anyways, yeah, I'm still going with Charlotte.
That she's going to retain it?
Yeah, I by the way, I want Bliss to win.
Right.
I can't go with Bliss. So if I lose and I go with, that's fine.
Let's see. Just trying to think if I've seen anything while watching that would really give the... I just don't really see them putting the title on Bliss yet. I just can't see it. I kind of think it'll ruin her.
I mean, I guess
kind of like they did with the Fiend.
I guess they
once
could
they put a title on him, it just ruined his character.
They could put a title on her and then have Shayna Baszler come get it, because Shayna Baszler's looking really tough right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but I don't know.
Right. I'm gonna say Charlotte's gonna retain.
Ooh.
All right, Joe. What's your peeps saying?
I can see Thomas. Let me see. There we go. There we go. Thomas right there says he's gonna go, of course, with Alexa Bliss for the win. Javier right there. No. Okay. Christopher Hernandez says Alexa Bliss is going to win for her hometown of Columbus. Is it Columbus?
Yeah, Columbus. She said it right.
Pronounce it. Columbus, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Gregor Jones says Alexa should win. Falcon says he's gonna go with Alexa. Eddie Brett says Joe even just have to bring Mandy here, really. Brandon Joe says Alexa Bliss for the win. The Dula says I agree with Joe. I am picking, of course, Alexa Bliss. Who else? Christopher says I want Charlotte Flair, of course, to go to Smackdown. Nebula says whoever picks Charlotte Flair, whose man is this? Orlando right there says Alexa Bliss. Okay, everybody here. Ali says, what about Becky Lynch? And we're going to reach there, Ali.
We're on our way.
You're still watching the stream. We will reach where Becky is. Okay, yes, I think that is enough. Because there's just other comments that come really through, which are crazy. But yes, most people are going for Alexa Bliss. No one has gone for Charlotte. So everybody is Alexa Bliss for the win. That's how people hate Charlotte.
Well, that's what they want, right? They want somebody to hate. Christopher is in our chat also saying Alexa Bliss will win. Nobody else really said anything. He just wants to know why I'm picking Charlotte. Not saying that Bliss will necessarily lose. I just think that Charlotte will retain the championship. I don't think that she's not going to be champion. I don't think she's going to walk away not being champion. There's some more contention happening there than what we're seeing, and I think that story needs to go further before Bliss actually takes the title. That's just my opinion. I don't know what WWE will do, but that's just me. Let's see. Alright, we'll move along then. The next one we're going to talk about is the Smackdown Tag Team Championship. This is the Usos, the champions, versus the Street Profits. All right, Travis.
Oh.
Right?
This one's got to be tough. Ford got his ass handed to him last night. So is he going to be the same athlete that he was, prior to SmackDown last night?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's time for the Street Profits to be championships, but the Bloodline is so important as a storyline that I can't see them losing the titles.
Right.
But I don't think it would hurt the Bloodline too bad if they did lose the titles either. Like, Roman's obviously the guy. So this one's a tough one for me. So I will just go with the Usos retaining. Pick the safe pick.
The safe pick. All right, Joe. What do you think's gonna happen?
I'm gonna go with the Usos also. There is no time for the Street Profits right now. The Street Profits, they'll just give it. They're just giving that match. They're giving that show, of course, for the pay-per-view. But they're building up a very interesting thing that we haven't seen for a bit of a while for Survivor Series, and they need the Usos to be the SmackDown tag team champions.
Especially if they're going to go against like the
It's still going to take a while. It will take a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Bloodline against the New Day.
Yeah. I have to say the Usos too. I think they'll retain the championship. Not that I don't like the Street Profits as champions. They do make great champions, but I think that the way that they've been going with Roman Reigns and the family and the Bloodline and everything like that, they're like their own faction right now. And with factions, they usually try to get all the titles on them. And so it's not really surprising if they keep it. So I'm just going to say that they will. All right, Joe. What are people in your chat saying?
Yes, I can see comments are coming through right there. Let me see who we got. Brandon Johnson says he's going to go with the Usos. Thomas says I got the Usos. Christopher Hernandez right there. Okay, I don't know what this is. Falcon says we want the smoke. So that means he's going to go with the Street Profits. Christopher says the Usos will win. Sorry, Street Profits. Gregor Jones says Usos for the win. Javen, Usos for the win. So like, if you're going, of course, with the Street Profits, then I got you an answer. Whose man is this? Woohoo! It was, of course, this one is a bit of easy. I'm picking, of course, the Usos. Roman Reigns, you know I acknowledge you. And, of course, family, that is why I pick Usos to retain the title. Gregor says, Chris, whose man is this? Joedebest says so. Ali says, the Usos, yo, they are the best tag team champions of all times. In my book, hands down. Okay. Gregor, right, of course, shows an incredible push. Orlando Lee says, Usos to retain. So one person just went to the Street Profits, and everybody else, Usos.
Let's see, we've got Sophie in our chat saying the Usos win, and also Christopher Hernandez came in and said the Usos win. But Sophie does have a question for Joe. Sophie wants to know, Joe, who are you defending your predictions championship against tomorrow?
I think to every single member who has the membership, so they get a chance to face me.
Nice. There you go. There's your answer. So, yeah. All right. Sophia has a question for us. Why you always wear merch but never sell none? Well, you know, we just haven't gotten that far yet.
We hoard it. We got a whole bedroom just filled with it.
We just want to keep it for ourselves.
We got boxes of shirts and hoodies.
Yeah, there's no hurry.
Yeah, it's not a big hurry. Yeah. All right. So let's go move on then, since we haven't had a lot of people talking about that.
If you want a hoodie, go to Instagram and message us, and we will get you a hoodie or a shirt.
Right. All right. So let's go with the next one. The next one is this. Let's talk about the Smackdown Women's Championship. Becky Lynch, the champion, versus Bianca Belair. A lot of contention and stuff happening with this matchup. All right, Joe. Who do you think is going to win this?
Wow. Who, Becky versus Bianca?
Becky versus Bianca.
Wow. I'm a big fan of Bianca, to be honest. I like the way she does the
smack,
girl.
You know, right.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Bianca, but you know, this is WWE. This is Vince McMahon. We gotta go with the way he thinks. He wants ratings, and who better to get ratings for SmackDown? Becky Lynch.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I can guarantee something in this match.
What you guaranteeing?
It's going to last more than 26 seconds.
You think it's going to last longer this time? It's going to last at least, what, 42?
That is a guarantee. I will shave my eyelashes.
Oh, God. Don't do that.
That's lasting more. I'm fine. Unless Becky comes out and goes, I beat her 19 seconds.
Right, but who's going to win?
Oh, come on. Becky wins this hands down. It's going to be a great match.
It better be.
It's definitely going to be Becky. Becky's the face of the franchise. She is the Roman Reigns of the women's division. She's the head of the table, the tribal queen, whatever they want to call that stuff.
Right?
What do they call the female chief?
I don't know. Chief?
The chiefess? The est? She's the real est of the tribe. Anyways, Becky with the win.
All right.
Coming straight out of Ireland.
I feel the same way. I think that they wouldn't have brought her back if they didn't want her to be the champion at this time.
The Celtic Queen.
So
Bam.
The Celtic Queen. All right, so the Celtic Queen is going to retain her title. That is my prediction. All right, Joe, about your peeps, what are your people saying in your chat? Who are they going for?
Okay, comments are coming in right there. Andrew, welcome. Hi. Thank you so much for joining. Brandon Joseph says Becky Lynch for the win. Thomas says he's gonna go with Becky Lynch. Christopher says Becky for the win. Jamie White says Becky wins. Gregor Jones says Becky all the way. Brandon's like, girl, yeah, that's how Bianca says it. Actually, yeah, I like the way she says that. Falcon right there says Bianca needs to get, of course, but no, right now. I don't think right now. Eddie Press says, what's next? Come on. Just because we mentioned Becky, you say Seth Rollins? Edinburgh, man, relax. Falcon White says, she might go to Raw. Possibly, you never know. Christopher White is, of course, Falcon. Who's managed this? A lot is like Becky for the win. Brian is like, you or a two-match. Neville White says, I am for Becky Lynch. For now, I am still, of course, waiting for Naomi to become, of course, a 3-time SmackDown Women's Champion. Ali White says, Becky Lynch, sorry. Yo, but it's Vince McMahon show, not, of course, the wrestlers. Sorry for bro. Becky Lynch, the Irish kicker. So I think Ali's going to go with Becky. James is like, of course, the tribal queen. Laughing emoji, I think. Travis, man, you made someone laugh here with a tribal queen.
She is the tribal queen. The Celtic queen, whatever you want to call her.
Something like that, right?
The Irish.
the Celtic queen. Throw some stuff in there. Alright, so people in our chat, we got Sophie saying Becky will win, and Christopher Hernandez is in our chat saying Becky Lynch to win also. Sophie has a prediction Sasha Banks is going to come back at some point, which she probably will.
That would be perfect right now. Sasha comes back, interferes in this match.
Bianca and her have
Becky wins Bianca, and then they have a feud
for a while.
Moving forward.
And then Becky kind of just takes the championship and defends it against a whole bunch of different people and gives them a chance and maybe has a feud with others.
I think she's going to be defending against Liv Morgan.
Well, that's
just
fine,
saying.
yeah. She'll eat Liv Morgan for lunch, but yeah.
Right. Sophie's given things about having feelings that they're going to draft both Roman and Brock to Raw. I don't know. I think Roman
he does have the red glove, right?
I think Roman's. You know, if they take Roman off of SmackDown, it's going to take a lot of ratings. And if Fox is looking for ratings, they ain't going to give that up. So that's kind of
yeah. Fox is paying WWE a lot of money, the USA Network. So there's no way Roman is going to Monday Night Raw. Nah, he's not going to go to that damn show.
Exactly.
It's all going to depend on who has the first pick. That's where Roman goes.
Yeah, I know, but they plan it.
Oh, I know.
It's not like
I know.
they
well, and they're doing it. The first night is on SmackDown this time, guys.
Right.
The first night is SmackDown. Like the first night of drafting is the first, which is a Friday, which is
but
SmackDown.
does that
night.
mean the home team gets the first pick?
I think it should. They did it with Raw all the time.
And the first pick is going to be Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, number
one.
Well,
now that I think about it, SmackDown always gets the number one pick because it goes 1, then 2.
Yeah.
So it goes 1, and then 2, 3.
Raw gets 2, 3,
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised. Yeah. It'd be really weird if he didn't. I mean, at this point, it'd be weird, right? I mean, it'd be like, what the hell? They've worked so hard to put him where he's at. Get him built up to what he is and then move him to Raw. Could you imagine? That would just fuck everything up. That'd be like the dumbest thing they could possibly do.
It's really hard to fill Raw up with just Roman Reigns segments. I mean, SmackDown does it fine.
Yeah.
But 3 hours of Roman Reigns? You'd have to do Roman the whole 3rd hour to make it worth your while.
Yeah.
Anyways, we can keep moving.
Sophia's going with Bianca, though. Bianca
for
the win on that one. She's saying also that Bianca lost Liv Morgan attacked Becky. Ah, okay. Sophie says maybe Sasha will attack Charlotte as a surprise instead. Oh,
that would be a great feud there.
All right, so we're going to talk about the last known match on the card. Of course, this is the big one. That's why I kept it for last, because it is an Extreme Rules match, as it should be, because it's Extreme Rules pay-per-view, right? It makes sense. All right, so it's the Universal Championship match. That's Roman Reigns, your champion, your tribal chief, your head of the table, versus Finn Balor, but not just Finn Balor. It's the Demon Finn Balor. So, yeah. All right, Travis.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, so
are you on the barbecue?
Yeah.
So this one is a walk in the park for Roman, if it was a match. But
if it was a regular match,
we got Extreme Rules.
Mm-hmm.
We might have a Brock sighting.
Oh God.
I don't know how they can pull it off where Roman could still win if Brock interfered.
Who's gonna come down and beat up the Demon? Somebody's gonna hate him.
I don't think anybody cares about the Demon. I mean, fans do, but I don't think there's anybody else out there that wants to come down and beat him up.
I don't care about him, so I wouldn't know.
So, I mean, obviously...
I'm telling you, all the John Cena fans are going for Finn Balor. Trust me. All the John Cena fans are going to go for Finn Balor.
I'm just saying there's no way Roman can lose this because it would just lose too much momentum for him. But if Brock shows up, it can set up the Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns for a non-title match at Saudi Arabia in October. But having Finn Balor as the champion, is just weird, right? And so I gotta go with Roman, even though I'm like, the only way that Roman wins is if Brock's not there.
Right.
If Brock interferes, Roman can't win. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But also, Brock could show up after the match is over, and then go that route. After he's already won the title. So,
but we're still going to go with a Brock sighting at some point in Roman Reigns' retaining.
I feel like they have to put Brock here for the Saudi Arabia show. They have to start now.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they could start Friday, but that's the draft. And then is Brock not going to get drafted number 1 or 2?
Right, is he going to be just like kind of this weird like
so
offset guy?
Brock's going to be drafted 4? Like, what?
I think it's going to be...
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like, that's just horseshit. I mean,
it is what it is. Things change. He's no longer the beast that he is.
Right, that basically means he's trash if they're going to draft him 4. And so...
They're like, ew, barf.
No, not like trash, but you know, right now, you know, the tribal chief is much more.
Understand that. So Roman would go 1, so Brock would go 2.
Like the first ones they give SmackDown 2 and then Raw 2. They could always do that.
They're never going to do that because they. I wish they would. It would make more sense. But what I see is Raw has to take Big E. That means Big E is going to be drafted in front of freaking Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre, and he's just not on their level. I don't see Big E as
but there's a lot of people that think he is.
Big E's like a top 10 guy. He's not a top 2 guy.
Right.
And I don't see him as the 2nd overall pick. But how do you not draft a champion with your top pick? Because then all of a sudden, I mean, if it was not already orchestrated, you know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, the SmackDown would have two world champions. You know, because you'd want to take the bigger, better guys. But anyways, it's not that way.
Right.
So I'm going to go with Roman.
All right, Joe. Who do you think? Gee whiz, I wonder.
Of course. Who else will I go with? I'm going to go with the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. He has to retain the title because they're going in Saudi Arabia, and that's where Roman Reigns has 100% fan base, crazy fan base, and they will need him as a Universal Champion in Saudi Arabia. So no way, no momentum is going low for Roman Reigns right now. They're still building him up, and it's going to be crazy because if Finn Balor cannot beat Roman Reigns, which I am so 100% sure he won't, Brock Lesnar is the same issue at Saudi Arabia. He won't beat Roman Reigns. The question in every wrestling fan now will be, who will be the guy to beat down Roman Reigns?
Right, but it doesn't have to happen.
But it doesn't have to be for a championship for Roman Reigns to lose. Like, so the championship doesn't have to be on the line, and Roman can lose. That doesn't mean he loses his championship. This is for a championship.
But they're proving there's something they're building up about Roman. They're building something about Roman. Remember, Roman Reigns, since he retired, since he won the Universal Championship title, he has never lost. Whether it's a regular match or whatever, he has never lost. And that is what they're building up. The streak.
Something going on there, but I do see, why would you bring Brock Lesnar back to lose? And so I still...
Ratings, my friend, ratings. He has the money.
Right, but he's not going to get ratings if he's just a jobber.
Yeah, people don't want that. People want to hate him. And in order to hate Brock, he has to win.
Yeah, he has to be a stud. He can't be a nobody.
He has to cause contention. He has to put that burr in people's saddle. If you don't have that, if he's not the prickly pear, then, you know, then why did they bring him back? Because there's no way he would have come back without there a possibility of some type of championship, or at least him winning matches there. Beating up guys and winning. Whether or not he wins championships off of those matches is a different story.
Right. I could see him winning in Saudi Arabia or losing because of a disqualification. Like he might beat Roman with a chair half to death or something. And that
still
takes
feels
the
his
storyline down the road to where he can take the title from him later or something.
This is what I'm thinking right now. Saudi Arabia, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, right? Saudi Arabia, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. So the match is going on. How is the best way to save Brock Lesnar from, being seen by the fans as a jobber, right? I don't like using the J word, but, I'm just going to use it for the sake, huh? So Brock Lesnar fighting Roman Reigns, perfect thing they need to do, bring out Bobby Lashley, the almighty, destroy the match, cause some just crazy thing, attack on Brock Lesnar, and build up the dream match that we have been asking for almost 17 years. And now, if I'm not wrong, 17, 16 years.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that kind of a disqualification would work.
So does that match happen at TLC then? Because that sounds weird. Brock, Bobby, main event TLC.
No, I feel like they will just build it up. They'll just build it up. In a way, maybe after Bobby Lashley destroys Brock Lesnar during that match, then Brock is sent to the hospital. Just make up some things, And then we all forget Brock Lesnar came back. We all forget Brock Lesnar is around. Then push a little bit of time. Then when we are at the Royal Rumble and all that, bring now back the storyline. Brock is back. Because Brock is being paid for only few matches. So it will work.
Yeah, they've got something.
I'm 100% okay with that idea.
Just still, build up.
Yeah, nobody's saying that Brock is there to take championships for real. Like, I don't really foresee that he's there to take championships, but I think he's there to give them a run for their money. Like, Roman needs a big guy to be able to fight that isn't some little twerk guy. I know everybody likes Finn Balor, but he's this tiny little itty bitty man against this big guy. And it's like, wow, that's the dumbest setup I've ever seen in my life, but okay.
Yeah, but he's a demon. Demons don't have to be big.
Right.
Like, if you saw a little demon right there, you'd be scared to death.
No, I wouldn't. A little demon? No, I'd probably laugh my ass off.
Oh, whatever.
Travis would be running for the hills because it probably looked like a doll. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to say, because if we're done for a second, I'll say my prediction. It's going to be Roman Reigns. He's going to retain his championship. I don't see them putting the championship on anybody else right now. No matter who it is, no matter how he's been undefeated, and maybe this will put the Demon to rest for sure, because we haven't seen him since the whole time Finn Balor was down in NXT. Not once did you see the Demon, and then all of a sudden, Bray Wyatt's gone, the Fiend's gone, Bliss is doing her weird thing with dolls and playing in playgrounds and stuff like that, probably getting pink eye, and and then you have freaking, oh well, we need something dark and disturbing. I know, let's bring back the Demon for a little bit. Hey, Finn, you feel like that's a great idea? Sure, why not? Sure. Well, you might have to lose. Oh, all right. Well, I guess.
And nobody wants to see Finn Balor lose as the Demon. At least I don't. But they set it up. There's no other way. There's no other possibility.
Yeah, it's going to be weird.
Yeah, but I remember he lost it on Samoa Joe. So it's not that the Demon Finn Balor, he's undefeated. He's been defeated before by Samoa Joe.
The Demon?
So
The Demon
but not
has?
on the main roster.
Or Finn Balor.
Yeah, only not on the main roster, but in NXT, yes,
Right.
the Demon.
Okay.
The Demon Finn Balor was pinned by Samoa Joe. So he has ever lost. But that was in NXT, not the main roster.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. In your chat, what are people saying, Joe?
Javen right here says I read that already. Let me see what we got. Primo says, Joe, I feel like, of course, either Becky Lynch or Sasha is going to Raw. There's no way all three stay on the same brand. Javen says, Bex. Brandon's like, that's funny. Of course, he mentioned Tribal Queen. Brandon Joseph right here says, Roman is staying on SmackDown. Primo's like, facts, Joe, of course, if Bianca wins, there's a lot of heels to face, whereas Becky, there's Naomi, Liv Morgan, and maybe ask her if she joins SmackDown. Brandon says the F-bomb again. Brandon's like, of course, the Tribal Chief for the win. Thomas like, Roman Reigns for the win. Ali White says Brock Lesnar going to Raw, so we finally get to see him versus Bobby Lashley. Damn, man, I can't wait. Christopher says Roman Reigns for the win. Primo says if the Demon loses clean, we need, of course, to get the shovel and bury him next to the Fiend's grave. Wow. Falcon Rider says the Demon King will win still to this day. He is the first ever Universal Champion, and he never lost the title. He actually lost the title. He got actually a rematch. I don't remember with who, but he lost it. So yeah. General says Roman Reigns for the win. Sammy Ryder says, what if Sasha returns in Extreme Rules and Naomi joins the tribal chiefs, the bloodline? It'll be awesome. Everybody's talking about Naomi joining the bloodline. And it says Roman Reigns is going to go smash the demon, stuck the demon, pinning 1, 2, 3, and everyone's going to acknowledge him. Absolutely. Gregor says, I like, of course, Roman Reigns to win, but interferes by Brock. Brian's like, go! Got to go lie down, got a light headache. Okay, sorry about that. Sinish says, Thomas, hi. Hey, what's up? Okay, Ali says Roman Reigns going to win tomorrow night. Watch and see, just like SummerSlam, I bet you. Thomas says they can't take the title off Roman Reigns because then it will ruin the Paul Heyman story. Eddie Press says I'm going, of course, for Roman Reigns, and I know that a lot of people who are not, of course, going to see Roman barring, of course, Demon Finn Balor. See Nation right there says, of course, I think the Demon Finn Balor wins, of course, the Universal Championship. Whose man is this? Thomas like, of course, okay. And it says not just, of course, Thomas, it is bad for business. If Roman loses Extreme Rules, what is best for business is to lose the title at WrestleMania 38 or 39. Christopher says, I'm going, of course, to bet if Finn Balor wins the match, I will destroy my WWE figures. Thomas like, Fax Nedula, Solution like, Thomas, I'm good, okay. Gregor says, Joedebest all the way, let's go. Roman Reigns all the way. Falcon is like, Finn Balor will win. And the end, of course, the title reign of the head of the table. Sinish like, Thomas, of course, are going, oh my goodness, so much comments. I'm not going to read all of these. Falcon is like Finn Balor for the win. Sinish like Roman Reigns retains. Christopher says Roman Reigns will win. Thomas says Gregor Walter doesn't want to come to the main roster. Oh, that's true. That's true. Alice says Roman Reigns is scary as hell. Okay. Orlando says, okay. John Cena fans as well. Okay. Yes. I'm not going to read everything. I was trying to see if I can read everything, but it's too much. Too much.
Too much. All right, but you did get most everybody's predictions, right? Like you got your peeps that were saying who they wanted to win.
Yeah, but I did pick everybody's predictions.
All right.
So it's okay.
Okay, so Sophia Darchat says Roman Reigns and Christopher Hernandez says Roman Reigns. We have Walter joining us for a minute. Hey, Walter. Well, he's saying Roman Reigns for the win, and he's going to give us a little bit for his background ones. He wants Belair to win. Charlotte Flair will retain, he says. Not necessarily who he wants to win, I'm sure, but that's it. And Walter's given us a prediction that Paul Heyman will turn on Roman and go back to Brock Lesnar. That's what he thinks is going to happen. But Sophia had something to say about that, saying that Paul Heyman isn't going to turn on Roman Reigns till Crown Jewel. Walter's saying hello to Joedebest, though. So there you go, Joe. Walter saying hi. And Walter says Demon Finn Balor looks cool on SmackDown, but not his tongue. So there you
Does
go.
not have a cool tongue.
He doesn't like the black tongue, I take it, which is sad. All right, but I guess Sophie's cooking some ribs today, huh? With some Carolina Reaper barbecue pulled pork nachos and jalapeno barbecue sauce.
Get ready for the boxing match.
Nice. I am making white chicken chili. Sweet. That's what I'm making. But that's it for the predictions on that one. Okay, so when I was doing some stuff, we saw there were a couple different matches that they kind of pulled up that were rumored matches. These aren't necessarily going to be in the card, but as we all know, right, the match card is subject to change. So we're going to talk about them just so we can say, hey, this might happen, everybody, and we'll acknowledge that this is a possibility. So those rumored matches, the first one we're going to talk about is the WWE Championship. Of course, right now the champion is Big E. That's versus Bobby Lashley, the prior champion. So if this match does happen, Joe, who would you think will win? Like, what would your prediction be if this match actually happened?
Big E is still going to retain. That's a clear thing. Big E is just going to retain. Right? It's just simple as that.
All right.
Yeah.
If that match happens, I'm going with Bobby Lashley.
Okay.
Wow. They'll just destroy Big E like that?
Like I said before, I feel like Big E is a mid-card guy, and he's champion now, which, to me, it's like he's got to be there just as a placeholder. It doesn't make any sense why he's champion. I just don't understand it. He wasn't even getting title shots on SmackDown. He comes over, and now he's the champion of Raw.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It's just
he had the
I know.
That.
It's to me, it's just like what? It'd be like Baron Corbin being champion. Like I like Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
I like Big E, by the way. I don't not like Big E. I just don't see him as the guy that can carry the weight of the company on their shoulders. Like Roman Reigns can carry the weight of the company on his shoulders. I don't see Big E capable of carrying the WWE into the next
Not in
10
a
years.
serious fashion. Maybe in a dumb clowny fashion, he possibly could do it, but not in a serious, like, take me serious kind of fashion. I don't take him serious.
Well, even when he tries to be serious, he's clowning.
Yeah,
So.
like nothing he does, I'm just like, yeah,
anyways.
you're not serious. Anyways, if it did happen, I would have to go the same route as Travis. I would rather see Bobby Lashley as champion again. So that would be my pick. Anybody in your chat talking about this one, Joe?
Yeah. Yes, a lot of people, not really a lot of people, but let me just go, just saw something interesting here. Thomas says, I don't know, I am not ready for Drew McIntyre to be in a title picture. What do you guys think about that?
Keep Drew away from the title for a while.
Oh my God, for a while. Like,
now,
do something
now
different
I'm
with his
okay
character
if he
or
goes to
something.
SmackDown and wrestles Roman Reigns in a long, drug-out title feud. I'm okay with that, because he's not going to win.
Yeah.
But it worries me that he might be champion again. It scares the crap out of me. I'm always like, ugh. Because he's very vanilla as champion. When he was champion, like, I liked him, and then he won the title, and then he was just like the boringest thing on television.
Right? It was like, oh my God, is this
But he was awesome heading into the championship. So I was all excited, and then he won the title, and he became like this weirdo. And it was just like, what the?
He was so
He
boring.
was so
Like,
boring. It was bad. It was like, oh my God, is it this again?
It was kind of like what they did with Roman Reigns when he was a babyface.
Oh God.
Before.
Right.
And they kept trying to like, no, he's good. He's really good.
No, he's really good. You want to be his friend. You like him. You like him.
You like Bobby in it, or
Roman. Like you like Roman.
Drew.
You like Drew.
You like Drew.
them.
You like him. And you're like, no, I don't. I don't. I want to, but there's something about it. Like he's got size. He's got speed. He's great on the microphone. He's got an accent. He's got it all. Right? And then he's champion, and he's like, ugh. Like, why doesn't he just...
Yeah, to be honest, I feel the babyface destroyed Drew
Right.
McIntyre completely.
And the sword.
Yeah, he needs
He needs to be something, because it ain't working for him what he's doing. Anyways.
But speaking of Drew McIntyre, let's segue.
Well, I mean, was there anybody else that in your chat that had anything else to say besides the Drew McIntyre thing?
It's a perfect segue in this question.
Yes, Falcon says Bobby Lashley will win. Thomas says Big E will win. Let me see. Thomas like too soon to take the title off Big E. C-Nation says, of course, why you say Big E? He doesn't have a match at Extreme Rules.
Just in case.
We are saying, like, possibly...
Yeah, these are rumored matches, guys. Rumored. These are not set in stone, but as we all know, this match card is subject to change. We hear it all the time from the GMs. We hear it all the time at the pay-per-views. We hear it all the time from everybody. So these are just ones that they're rumored to have possibly out there.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, Javen also says Big E will win.
Yep.
So,
Walter and our chat's the only one that piped in and said, yep, Big E will win. So he's going with him to retain also. Talking about one more other rumored match, the other rumored match that kind of has come up in the talks in the sports world is Drew McIntyre, of course, versus Jinder Mahal. And so we were just talking about him. So Travis, since, you know, you love old Jinder Mahal.
They just don't push. Now, Drew McIntyre has lost his last 2 matches. And they usually do that to a superstar that they like before the draft if he's going to the other company. So to me, that's Drew going over to SmackDown for sure. I kind of wish they'd put Bobby over there. But anyways, I love Jinder Mahal. Jinder's literally my favorite guy, I think, on the company now that The Fiend is gone. But Drew will win.
Drew would win.
Maharaja.
Yeah, modern day Maharaja.
Alright, so Travis is going that Drew McIntyre would win if this match actually was going to be, you know, happening. We aren't sure for sure. But if it happened, Travis is going with Drew. Alright, Joe, who do you have?
I gotta agree with Travis on that one. Drew, of course. There's no way, you know, Drew will lose. It's a pay-per-view, and he's facing Jinder Mahal. So possibly they will give it to Drew McIntyre to win.
I'm just gonna say Jinder Mahal if it happens. because
Why
I
don't
hate
we
you
have
that
Apollo
much.
Crews and freaking Boobs or Nakamura or something? Did I say Jinder Mahal? Sorry. Why don't we have Apollo Crews? And,
You said Apollo
okay.
Crews. You said Apollo Crews
And
and
Nakamura.
Nakamura.
That's just
Boobs.
perfect title fight right there.
That's a perfect fight to just have no matter what. Anyways, in your chat, anybody want to talk about that over there, Joe, of who they think, if that match actually did happen, who they would probably have win? I can only imagine. It's going to be Drew.
Orlando right there at least says Drew McIntyre for the win. And just before Thomas retracted some message here, I already read it. Thomas was saying that he never knew that Jinder Mahal had fans.
Jinder Mahal's music, his entrance music, I literally would play in my car.
So Jinder Mahal has always had a big fan base, but he's been gone with injuries and stuff for a while. And so when you don't see those guys on TV for a while, you kind of forget about them a little bit because you don't see anything about them, and they're gone for almost a year. You know, you don't think about it, and then when they come back, and you're like, oh my gosh, he's not.
Just a moment, I'm coming. Please continue.
He's not quite like what he was before. That's a bummer. But I really still like him. But you still don't see him that much. You're gonna get that big pop of fan base back right away.
Right.
But, anyways, I didn't know if there was more on his side. We have Walter and R saying it would be Drew, and Sophia saying Drew. They are giving us that.
Yeah, it's all good.
They were giving us that rumor information again about the Fiend, or as his real name is, Windham Rotunda, right? Wyndham Rotunda, possibly going to AEW. Now, guys, that is a huge rumor by somebody who goes off of stuff he hears from other people that might not be true. So
Wyndham Rotunda AEW this Wednesday. So
take it with a grain of salt, okay? Until it actually happens and you see it with your own peepers. Let's not go out there and tell every single person in the world
Rochester,
about
New York, Wednesday, live. We're gonna have Bray Wyatt show on AEW TV. What happened in Rochester, New York? That's where Brody Lee's from. What's happening in the Dark Order? They're fighting. There's contention. What do they need? They need a leader. I wonder, would Bray be a leader? That's weird. It all fits.
Well, and the fact that
To be honest, they will destroy Bray Wyatt's character by making him a leader of the Dark Order. It wouldn't be nice. Even though they want to show some respect to Brody Lee, but trust you me.
So no shit, Joe. You're saying that, right? And Travis and I talked about this the other night. So I asked him, because I said it would be okay if he came over as like a Bray Wyatt character and made the Dark Order that way. Because when they first started the Dark Order in AEW, it was kind of like, we're a cult, come join us, come to the dark side, we have cookies, all that stuff and everything. But all of a sudden they became like these rainbow clowns.
Yeah, they're very clownish.
I don't even know why they call them the Dark Order. Because when I hear the Dark Order, I think of something like scary and sinister, and you will be scared of the boogeyman in the dark. But instead, it's like, look, we have balloon animals. And you're just like, what the motherfucker is this? So, I mean, granted, they can if you're, scared of clowns, if you have a phobia, or, or you're not a fan of it or something. But I'm just saying, it's just so weird. So there would have to be a lot of change to happen if he came over, unless he brought over his Bray Wyatt character of the Funhouse. If he brought that, not the Fiend, not the Fiend at all, just Bray Wyatt as himself with the Funhouse. That kind of character, the whole Mr. Rogers character thing, could do it if they kept the Dark Order the way it is. But I still think that would just make him even more of a joke. I don't think that's where you would want to take them. No. If that. So.
Why did you just ruin Bray?
That's true.
You just wrote his character and did nothing else.
How I wish WWE would actually bring Bray back. It would be awesome to see the Fiend interfering in the match of Roman Reigns and Finn Balor at Extreme Rules. Then, bring that kind of a story between the Demon and the Fiend.
Anything, that would be awesome. I'd love to see the Fiend back.
Right. Sophia in our chat is saying Cody Rhodes did say about he wants to work with Wyndham Rotunda, and I don't blame him. Like, Wyndham Rotunda is a really good wrestler, and he can talk, he can do promos, he has size, he probably has really, really interesting ideas of storylines and stuff like that. You know, he is a third or fourth generation, you know, wrestling family, so it makes a lot of sense that, you know, they would want to work with him. Cody Rhodes is that also, you know, his family's been wrestling. His, you know, father, grandpa, you know, it's part of their family. It's part of their heritage.
Grandpa was a plumber.
I don't care. Anyways, you know, maybe he was a plumber during the day and a wrestler by night. Maybe he was a Nacho Libre type. Anyways, but, you know, that kind of stuff. And I get it. You know, that makes a lot of sense that, you know, that they would talk. Why wouldn't they? That, you know, oh, I want to work with this person or I want to work with that person. And at some point it happens or it doesn't, you know.
But we are talking about AEW stuff, and it is WWE's time,
right.
So we should probably segue back into WWE Extreme Rules.
Yes, but that was the Extreme Rules prediction. There's no more matches that we can talk about. Whether
is it too early to have the Sonya Deville match?
Yes.
I mean, because they just started that stuff Friday.
Last night. So I think it's too early.
I feel like that has to be a bigger build-up.
Yeah.
We don't want to see the Funkadactyl out there with the GM.
Well, not yet, because, you know, she has to have some more contention with her, right? Because now she's being taken out by security. Right. So now something else has to happen. So my question of it is that I get that Naomi really likes her little gimmick of Feel the Glow, and I'm so, like, bright, like, rainbow bright, this and that. Don't get me wrong, I love Naomi. I think she's fun and stuff like that, but I think she needs to bring attitude, and I think it needs to be a snarky, nasty attitude, and it needs to stop being I'm the glow brightness. I think it needs to be, bitch, you're going to listen to me, and you're going to listen to me now. And that, I think that's why, in a way, I think that's going to have to make her character, she's going to have to turn her character a little bit so that you could possibly take her seriously. Because at this point,
I want to see her in jeans. And
why would you take her seriously?
And a cut-up T-shirt.
She's like, look at me, I have my hair in little ponytails. I'm like a little girl, and I wear bright colors, and I am so happy with the glow.
You know, a lot of people might like her. But
I'm not saying that I don't like her. That's what I'm saying, though. But if you went to your manager with that, and you're like, I want a serious spot, and I want matches in the ring, and you have this character, they're going to be like, yeah, fuck. Like, you know, what is happening?
I think they're building her up. I think Naomi's character, theme song, everything is going to definitely change. This is because of Sonya. Because, you know, Sonya is making her more angry, more frustrated. And this will kind of change her entirely. It's going to change the whole concept, the whole mood of Naomi.
And that's...
So we expect to see maybe.
Yeah, and that's what I'm talking about, Joe. That's what I'm saying. Like, I like Naomi. I like Naomi when she was a Funkadactyl. I've liked Naomi through all her little changes and things like that and everything. Sometimes she's not the best wrestler. She sometimes kind of botches it. But if she's in the ring with a really good wrestler like Bayley, she does really well. But if she's with somebody that doesn't do very good, then you can see where she makes mistakes a lot. And it's really sad because I would think after this long she would have a lot more experience under her belt and she wouldn't quite
but are they working?
Be that way. But are they working? True. That's true.
They're not working house shows over the last year and a half.
True. And stuff like that. So you know, I want to see Naomi's growth. I do want to see Naomi, you know, get pushed into something like championships because she's the type of wrestler that can pull that off. But I think that the character that she's at right now is holding her back. That's why I just don't feel... I mean, yeah, it's fun and cute for the kids, you know, and stuff like that, but I just don't feel that it's, you know... I mean, look at the Usos. They were all this, and then they went to the dark side, and everybody hates them, yet loves them at the same time. That's where Naomi kind of needs to go. Like, she needs to be... a bitch. Possibly, yes. Maybe in a nice, sweet way, but she still needs to be a bitch. I mean, it just, it's one of those things, and it's hard for them, and I know it is, especially when they're in something that makes them feel comfortable and stuff like that, but I think that that's kind of where it might be being pushed, is that she's going to have to change.
Absolutely.
But, all right.
Nice.
Well, get off my soapbox.
Step down.
I'm done.
Fantastic. All right, well, what else is there?
That's it. That was the only last possible rumored match that may or may not happen in the pay-per-view Extreme Rules on Sunday, September 26th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Joe, you got anybody else in your chat? Give any predictions or any other points you want to make before we sign off for the afternoon, evening for you?
I don't think I have any, any say right now, because, it's not like Extreme Rules is going to be that big, that huge. But it's going to be a decent, incredible pay-per-view. Let's just say that.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I like pay-per-views. I really do. I enjoy them.
I enjoy them because there's always something going on.
And there's no commercials.
There's no commercials. They're not really talking downtime stuff.
That's the best.
Yeah, right? No there's no commercials. Oh, wait, there's no 10-minute commercial? They actually have to have longer matches than 2 seconds? That's weird.
For us YouTubers, we have commercials, so guys, our fans, you better watch those commercials.
You have to watch our ads. That's different. You want to help us make money.
Just not Nike. You know?
Just not Nike. We don't care about them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just teasing. All right, everybody. All right, everybody who's out there in Wrestling Gap World, thanks for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. We'll see you for Extreme Rules tomorrow night. If you have not subscribed to Joedebest Wrestling TV, please go over there and subscribe. He needs every subscriber possible.
And also run on Wrestling Gap and also subscribe if you're from Joedebest. Thank you so much.
Go back and forth.
Just back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
5 minutes there, 5 minutes next.
The beauty of both of our channels is we just read every comment. Like every comment gets read. Nobody gets ignored.
Yeah, that's true.
I try not to, except for when we do pay-per-view predictions. When we do those, I kind of ignore some of your comments. Sorry, guys. But some of them are irrelevant. Anyways. All right, Joe, we're going to sign off on our side. And all that fun stuff. So we can go about our day, and you can go about your night.
Yeah. And also, if there's any fans for New Japan Pro Wrestling on Wrestling Gap, join me tonight. I'll be live for New Japan Pro Wrestling show. So stay tuned. It's going to be an incredible show. So yeah, I want to say, by the way, if you're a Joedebest subscriber, please go ahead, subscribe to Wrestling Gap. They do an amazing job. They do what I do, and basically they read all the chats. They don't miss your chats, so don't worry. Yes, they will read all your chats. So go there, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and we're gonna also be live for Extreme Rules. They'll be live on their side. I'll be live on my side. So you can always, be switching up, show some love, and we will absolutely appreciate. I want to say good night, good afternoon, good morning, depending on your time zone, wherever the part of the world that you are. Thank you so much for taking your time to hold on your phone, check us on YouTube or your PC, whatever you're watching us from. Shout out to one more time. Thank you so much. Don't forget to give us those likes. If you've enjoyed, of course, the prediction stream right here means absolutely a lot. I go by the name of Joedebest, and these guys go by the name of Wrestling Gap. So thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Thank you for the love.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye.